So in King Knight's level, this first room has a local cycle with the lava pots that come up later. So you just have to jump at the start and get through as quickly as possible. Only break this first dirt block and then continue. And as you'll see, I beat this lava just barely, but I beat it. For this next room, there's 3 different ways you can break these dirt blocks. Well, 2 different ways and 1 way you can skip them. You can either jump before the screen transition and try and hit them on your way down, which honestly I'm pretty bad at. What I like to do is this is one of those instances where I use triangle for jump and attack at the same time. You can also just hit both buttons at once, but I found it to be inconsistent for me personally. But wait until after the transition, and you break both of them and continue like this. If you mess up, and you're gonna get hit by the lava, instead stand here, and just try and jump and get damage boosted by the lava up to the next platform. I keep messing it up, but... and you land up here. That's the backup strat. Now, the third way you can do this room without breaking the dirt blocks at all is there's a glitch where you actually get double jump height, so as you see I got an extra boost. If you, during the starting frames of your jump, if you swing your shovel, you will, or if you swing your shovel on screen transition, it will for some reason give you an extra jump height. You might not even have to swing your shovel, honestly. You do. But I like to line myself up with these 3 little pillars in the background right above me, and as you like pass them, you perform the trick. That time I didn't get it because it was too high. And it looks like that. Again, that just takes practice. Either way, pogo off the beetle to get up to the ladder. Jump off this ladder, and the rat movement is random. In this room, it's not really that big of a deal. You just have to hope they go to the right spot. Sometimes the rat on the left will go right about here next to this block, and you can just walk off the block and hold down left, and you'll pogo him and land right about here on the ladder. And that just saves time, but it's completely luck-based. In this room, these rats have like 4 or 5 different patterns they can give you. One like this, where they fly down and you have to kill the first one, and then jump cancel and pogo the beetle. One like this, where they just stay in the wall and you just run under them and continue. And then there's one where you have to just wait a moment, because the rat flies down low enough to where you can walk under him, but not low enough to where you can attack him. If you get that pattern, you just have to wait a split second for the beetle to continue walking right, and then continue and pogo the beetle. If you try and go too early in that instance, you'll pogo the beetle but get hit by the rat. That's the pattern I was just talking about. You'll see he was too high for me to hit him. Jump up the ladder. You can get hit by the fireball to get damage boosted left, because health isn't really that big of a deal when you're starting out. And there's health in this room anyway, which I'm going to grab because I'm low on health. But normally you just jump off the ladder like that and continue to the right. This is the easiest room in the game. Jump and pogo him. That just takes practice to get used to. It's very simply, you just jump and pogo him. This room, just hold right and jump when you need to. The chandeliers will fall as you approach them, or when you get on top of them, like this one. For this beetle, I like to pogo the left tip of him. You can jump up or run up and hit him with a shovel attack and then jump cancel it. I don't like to do that personally, because more often than not, the beetle will come over here, and as I'm trying to go down this ladder... Excuse me. As I'm trying to go down this ladder, instead of going down it, I will try to jump and... I'll grab the ladder and push jump to fall down the ladder, but instead of going down the ladder, I'll pogo the beetle, because the beetle can actually fall down this space as well. For this room, this is the first intentional damage boost usually. You just walk as far right as you can, and then jump and turn left, and that should boost you into the griffin, and you can just pogo him to get over here. In this room, you just have to hope for good rat movement. I like to jump and kill this one and jump over the second one. And then depending on where these 3 go, you may have to kill the first one, you may not have to kill any of them. Right here, you can pick up this health without stopping. This is another instance that I like to use triangle for, but you can also use jump and attack at the same time. But as you approach it, because your airborne shovel attack actually reaches further than the ground attack, you can do this. And you'll notice that I opened the food platter without stopping and I still got the health back. So that's just another useful trick you can use. It's mainly used to pick up health, but you can also use it to dig up gold piles, but we won't be doing that in low percent. Right here you can just walk off this top dirt, and then after you get past this block, just hold down and pogo. It is better to jump when you reach this first small dirt block here, and then hold a pogo, just because it saves frames, because you're cutting the corner. For this room, what you want to do is jump off the rightmost part of the chandelier, and then do a short hop over this lancer. I missed it right there, but ideally, you just kind of loop around the chandelier, jump into this wall, and the lancer on the right will go under you, and if you just hold right, you will not get hit by the one on the left. Alternatively, you can just fall down and get damage boosted right by the lancer on the left, and then you continue. Jump when you reach here to cut this corner and save frames. In this room, hold right against the wall and jump as soon as you land both times, and ideally you land on these books. I didn't right there because I wasn't against the wall up there. In this room, there's two different ways to get through it. I'm going to show you the safest way. I messed it up a little bit in terms of time, but you wait at this first book and jump over the lava. Failure. Don't go too early or that will happen. You may have to react to this rat, so I always hold a pogo just in case. But that's the safest way to get through that room. This is one ladder that we don't jump off of, the reason being if we do, we just hit this wall. So it's faster to just get up it and walk off. Right here, you can jump and hit this griffin in the face and enter his hitbox and pogo him. And the reason this works is because when you damage enemies, they can't damage you. I like to line myself up with those little trees in the background right in front of him to tell me when to jump. After you land on him, I jump on this platform. I do a short hop as I get about here to land on this platform, and then as soon as I land, I do another big jump to get up here. Now we're going to fight King Knight, and I'm going to pause and explain the King Knight fight, because it's very complicated. What you want to do is, King Knight's going to jump at you, and after he reaches a certain point low enough on the screen to the left, you're going to hold right, jump up and attack him, and then hold down left to pogo him as he approaches the left corner. As you fall and approach the ground, swing your shovel again on the ground, jump cancel the second attack into another air shovel attack, and then hold pogo and pogo him back to the right, and then repeat that same process, only reversed. Then King Knight will do a big jump up toward the top of the screen. You pogo him 3 times because you hit the ceiling, and then he should have about 4 health left, and then on either the left or right side, just hit him 4 times with your shovel. Something to note is that sometimes he will not do his strut into the scepter attack. Sometimes he will instead just kind of slide across the floor slowly to you and then jump. So that's just something you have to be on the lookout for. I don't know what causes this, but sometimes it just happens. So you just have to keep an eye on King Knight and pay attention to, is he going to jump or is he going to try and swing his scepter?